What's going on, family? Welcome to Discover Flavor, and today we're making a whole 15-pound brisket. Hope y'all ready. But before we do, don't forget to subscribe, drop me a like, and hit that bell for notifications so you're notified when we upload. Man, look at that smoke ring. That stuff's still juicy. Beautiful. Now let's get it. So we got this massive behemoth 15-pound brisket. The whole thing, the point and the flat. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and just gonna dab that with a paper towel so that we get the extra moisture off of there on the front and back side. It's still gonna retain some of the moisture so that when we season it, it sticks. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna trim some of the fat. A lot of this fat doesn't render down when you cook, so we're gonna keep it at about 1/4 of an inch. Okay, we're gonna cook this thing fast. So, and we're gonna make it in the pit barrel cooker. Okay. Now I wanted to cook this one fast without injecting it to see if it'll remain juicy. Okay. This is my test kitchen as well. So we're doing a little experiment today. We're not gonna inject it. We're gonna just cook it as is. We're just gonna, get a nice rub on there to create a nice little bark. We're gonna trim it up nice and beautifully. Okay. Now we have our Everglades cactus dust rub. We're gonna just coat it nicely, and don't worry about overcoating it because this is a big piece of meat. It can handle it. Okay. And as we coat it, we're gonna let it sit for a little bit, let it tack up, so it creates a nice, beautiful bark as the brisket cooks down. Okay. Again, once we have the first side fully coated, we're gonna let it sit. Let that seasoning just adhere to the meat. We're gonna flip it, do the same. As you can see, the seasoning is tacked on there. We'll do the other side. Then we're gonna prep the pit barrel cooker. All right, so now that we got this fully seasoned, we're gonna let that sit in the fridge, and we're gonna go ahead and get our pit barrel going. Now I don't have the small one. This is the full size pit barrel cooker right here. Okay. Now I want y'all to see just how massive this brisket is, because we're not gonna hang it. I'm gonna actually throw it on a rack. We're gonna cook this thing on a rack. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and get our charcoal. So if anyone that has a pit barrel cooker knows, you gotta fill this thing up and then individually remove about 40 to 50 briquettes to start the coals, and then dump the coals in to this little catcher here, and it allows even cooking for a while. Okay. So we went on and filled our charcoal chimney up. This takes about 10 to 15 minutes till you get some nice coals. We're gonna just go ahead and dump them in. We're just gonna drop that bad boy in there. Look how big this brisket is. 15 pounds. 15 pounds. It's touching the sides. So after about 2 hours of cooking, I come out and I spritz it. I have a little bit of beef broth and seasoning. Give it a nice spritz. Again, this is after about 2 hours of cooking. after 4 hours, once it hits that internal temperature of 160, we're gonna hold it there. We're gonna take it out and wrap it. Now I got the rest of the beef broth. I'm gonna add that in there. Okay, so it steams in the broth that it's gonna create and the beef broth that I'm adding. And we're just gonna wrap it. Okay, we're gonna wrap it and we're gonna put it back out there for about 2.5 to 3 hours. And we're gonna hold the internal temperature to about 160 to 165. Okay. So you can use butcher paper or aluminum foil, either or. Now, the consistency you want is all depending on you. If you take your thermometer and you stab it and it feels like you're stabbing peanut butter, you're ready to go. And what we're gonna do, we're not gonna cut into it right now. We're gonna wrap it in our towel. We're gonna throw this bad boy in the cooler for about an hour, hour and a half. Okay, you wanna let your brisket rest for about an hour, hour and a half. Okay, I know if you're having a party or something like that, you want to dig right in. Give it time. Good things come to those who wait. All right, so we let it rest for about an hour, hour and a half, and go on to unwrap our gift. Oh man, look at the steam coming from that. That thing is beautiful. Nice and juicy. I'm telling you, man, this thing is amazing. Look at the juice still sitting on the cutting board. Nah, this ain't no competition brisket now. This for the family, so I'm gonna cut me some nice pieces. We're gonna make some brisket sandwiches. Man, we're gonna take some barbecue for the burn-ins and you know, do it big on the point. Chop that up, add some barbecue sauce. Okay, we're gonna eat good for a few days. Now with this brisket, I wanted to show that you don't need all this fancy stuff to make it. You know, get your pit barrel. You don't need to really get a ton of seasoning, things of that nature. Look at that. Look at this smoke around. It's beautiful. Thank y'all for checking out Discover Flavor, man. We have our 15-pound whole brisket prepared. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, hit that bell for notifications. I'll catch you next time. Peace, family.